Well, after the Demolition Derby, that was the Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. The 8th stop on the Castrol GTX Cup Series Tour brings us to the brushy mountains of North Wilkesboro Speedway. As we're here for 60 laps of action on this .625 mile racetrack, it's the First Union 400 as we're set for racing here today. And we have 7 winners, and we've had 7 winners so far in the first 7 races of the season here. Can we go for 8 for 8 today? We'll see. On the pole, it is Trent Dunham in car 26. He's not yet won, so he could continue that streak. But he's got a winner alongside of him on the front row, Dylan Young in car number 2. He won the season at Darlington. Second row has a couple of non-winners as well, too. Jesse Turner in car 97, the best qualifying run he's had in a long time. The Sharpie Ford, number 97. And number 10, it's Matt McIntyre of Valvoline Pontiac. Next row down has car number 99, Levi McIntyre. He came close to winning at Darlington. He finished second in that race, I believe. And he's alongside car number 33. That is Dana Bouchard. Levi, by the way, is the former winner at North Wilkesboro, as is also the driver inside car number 4. That's Jessica Shelton, number 17, DeWalt Tools Ford. She won the Daytona 500 this season. She could be a possible repeat winner this season. Possible first repeat winner this season, I should say. She's alongside number 555, Quentin Moore at Square D Chevrolet. Going to row number 5, it's Cole Deaver in the GM Goodrich Chevrolet car number 3. And number 5, that's Seth Cole, who won the season at Richmond. Next row down has Kyle Matthews in number 42, the Texaco Haviland Dodge. And number 40, another Dodge, that's Phil Parker in the Coors Light Dodge. He sits alongside. Next row down has number 22, Dylan Potey, who won the season at Atlanta in a Caterpillar Dodge. And number 31, a Singular Wireless Chevrolet of James Sykes. Next row down has number 38, Laura Chung in the M&M's Ford. She's flanked by car number 21, the Motorcraft Ford of Roberto Crown Jr. Next row down has number 11, Cement Oscon, coming off of a top 10 finish at Bristol. He finished 10th in that race. The FedEx Chevrolet car number 11. Maybe his fortunes could be turning around, possibly. We'll see what happens here. He's alongside number 41. It's Wes McCoy in the Target Dodge car 41. Next row down has number 43, Mike Becker in the Cheerios Dodge. He's been starting out pretty good this season so far. He's alongside number 44, the Georgia Pacific Papers Brawny Dodge car number 44 of Tito McCoy. That's Wes's brother. Next row down has car number 20, Joshua Osborne, the Home Depot Pontiac, and alongside number 16, John Andrews in the National Guard Ford. Next row down has Charles Sanford. He won that crazy finish at Texas this season, the DuPont Chevrolet car 24. Charles has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's race. He's flanked by number 6, that is Ryan George, who almost won that Texas race in the Viagra Ford car number 6. Of course, we know how that finish ended up already. And Ryan does not want to be reminded of that race at all. Next row down has number 88, Keith Batson, the Quality Care Ford, and he's alongside number 7, Alexander Rowe, the Sirius Satellite Radio Dodge. Next row down is Keith's wife, Kat Batson, the number 28 Texaco Haviland Ford. She's flanked by car number 25, James Henry, and the Michael Holligan Chevrolet. Next row down has car number 18, Nathan Ormond. He won at Rockingham, the Interstate Batteries Pontiac, and number 45, Christian Vargas. Next row down has number 71, Gabby Conklin, and number 4, William Brock, who won at Bristol, the last race we brought to you on the tour. Next row down has number 48, Paul Minnick in the Lowe Chevrolet, and number 29, Ryan Butcher in the GM Goodrich Chevrolet. Next row, Clint Buchanan in number 1, the Pennzoil Chevrolet, and number 19, Ryan Brommer in the Dodge Dealers Dodge. Next row down has the Evans Gardner Racing Team of Amanda Evans in number 8. She's on the outside, and Allison Rain on the inside, the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. And starting shotgun is number 32, Zachary Fitzwater, and number 12, that is Zach Winkle in the Alltel Dodge. So that sets your starting lineup for the First Union 400 as the field of 40 cars await the word to fire the engines for 60 laps of racing here today. And in fact, here comes that command to fire the engines. In-car cameras we mentioned, Charles Sanford, Kyle Matthews, and Jessica Shelton will be all carrying our cameras today. Here's the command to fire them up.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
That should be ladies and gentlemen, start your engines, because we have about 3 ladies in this race here today. So as the pace car leads the field off of pit road for the pace up, we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. race car is already on the pit road. Excuse me. Field making its way through turns number 3 and 4 as they look for a green flag, and they're about to get it right now. And the race is underway here at North Wilkesboro. This track has seen its share of wreck fests itself as well too, though, including the last season's Holly Farms 400 race, where we had about 10 caution flags in a race there, not quite like the 8 we had at Bristol, the last race in the tour, or about the 10 caution flags we had at Richmond, as Trent Dunham leads at number 1 here as they field scattering out already here. Jessica Shelton moving the inside of car number 55 of Quentin Moore, and now Jesse Turner and Levi McIntyre both cooking up there. McIntyre now pushes Turner up to 3rd position, and now Levi battles with another McIntyre, Matt McIntyre, car number 10. No relation to each other, by the way. And Levi gets by Matt, and Matt hoping for his fortunes to turn around here this season. He's had nothing but bad luck to kick the season off. And in fact, he is also another former Wilkesboro winner here as well, too. In fact, his first career victory came right here at North Wilkesboro, as a matter of fact, a few seasons ago. And problems with the Zachary Fitzwater car. He's on pit road. And Kat Batson's on the inside retaining wall. Apparently she spun or something like that. Oh, she's got problems with her car. She's about to stall on the inside lane. I don't know if that's going to cause a caution flag or not, though, but they better get her car off the course, and she disappears right in the nick of time as the leader's starting to zip by her. So Kat Batson with some problems with her number 28 Texaco Haviland Ford, and Zachary Fitzwater now back on the track as number 32. And look at this gaggle of cars here. Zach Winkle, Christian Vargas, James Henry, Allison Rain, along with Brock, Butcher, Brommer, and Evans on this bunch of cars right there. This is right in the very last spots of the track. About, 31st on down the 40th, and now Clint Buchanan makes it 3 wide between he, Nathan Ormond, and Alexander Rowe. And Rowe and Ormond just about got into each other, the 7 and the 18 cars. Ormond, by the way, coming off a good finish he had at Bristol, the last race on the tour, though, but unfortunately it's set up not agreeing with the track at North Wilkesboro. But Nathan hoping to move his way back up to the field if he possibly can. But they're all chasing this man, Trent Dunham, in car 26. He's not yet won this season, though he did. I think he won last season. I'm not sure on that one yet. Dylan Young in 2nd position. He's trying to become the first repeat winner this season. As we mentioned, he won at Darlington, the Dodge Challenger 500, in the number 2 Miller Lite Dodge. Dylan, the defending series champion, looking to make it 2 seasons in a row here. And we talk about the bad luck Matt McIntyre's had. Here's another guy who feels like he's got a constant cloud over his head. Jesse Turner, that golden black number 97, though. Turner has been having some darn good cars here in every race, but it seems like every race something always seems to happen to him. And he either finishes really badly in a race or he finishes about mid-pack, though. There's really no middle ground for Jesse Turner just about, but so far so good for him. He's right now running 3rd spot and trying to hold off Levi McIntyre in the 99 Office Depot Ford. McIntyre not yet winner this season, neither has Daniel Bouchard, but Bouchard, he's up in good position right now. Matt McIntyre 6th. 7th is Quentin Moore, Cole Beavers in 8th, Jessica Shelton running 9th, and 10th position is Seth Cole, battling with now Phil Parker and also one of Seth's buddies, Dylan Poteet, in the 22 car. Parker in 11th, Poteet 12th, Laura Chung 13th, Cement Oscon is 14th, 15th is Keith Bass, I should say. Joshua Osborne 16th, 17th is Mike Becker. James Sykes is 18th, Kyle Matthews 19th, and Charles Sanford runs in 20th position. And on board with the DuPont Chevrolet of Charles Sanford. There's the look from Kyle Matthews' perspective of number 42 Texaco Haviland Dodge, and Kyle has our bumper cam in this race here today. Looking right at the DuPont Chevrolet, that kind of a fluorescent red front end on that machine. Charles tries to move to the inside lane here, but cannot muster enough power to try to do so. So Charles runs in, as we mentioned, in 20th. Matthew's running in 19th position right now. Back to leaders, it's still Trent Dunham, as we have been caution-free now so far in the first 16 laps of this race. We're working on lap 17. So we'll be down to 43 to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Glad you're with us here in the Castrol GTX Cup Series on the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. And this is the second of 3 straight races on a short track here. The next race on the tour after this will be at Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia for the STP 500. It's a battle between a couple of the best, two of the best right here. Seth Cole in the 5 and Jessica Shelton in 17. That is 9th position on your screen right there, along with Phil Parker and the set 22 car of Dylan Poteet. As now Seth gets by Shelton, or tries to. Not quite. Shelton had position the last time I ended. Oh, Phil Parker using the bumper on Seth Cole right there as they come through turns number 1 and 2. And all this is letting the 38 car of Laura Chung in this mix now. Chung now moves to the high side of the track here, trying to find any speed. Nothing there. And now Parker still trying to get around Shelton there. Seth has done so successfully, but now Phil trying to do the same thing in that number 40 Dodge. Poteet in 22, and Poteet moves up to the high side here, and Laura Chung tries to peek her nose to the low side. Had thoughts of making it 3 wide, but thought better of it. And Shelton now squeezes in front of Dylan Poteet and says, "You're not getting by me, Dylan." And so she falls in behind Parker right now, and now runs in 11th position now to 17 DeWalt Chevrolet, and now is now essentially between Dylan Poteet and Laura Chung as Shelton tries to get back by Parker in the 40 car. Poteet's in 12th, 13th is Chung, 14th is Ozcon, and Keith Batson runs in 15th position right now. Joshua Osborne trying to close up on them. He's 16th in this race so far today. So this race has flown by very quickly here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. 22 laps in the books and 38 laps remain here in today's race. And usually we've been having wreckfest at Wilkesboro as of late, but these cars apparently these drivers are taking it a little bit cautious here today, I would imagine, but nothing like the beating and banging demo derby we had at Bristol the last race on the tour. I'm sure they got a little bit of a talking to before this race here, and I'd say they won the race each other. They won the race their hearts out, but I think the competition's kind of even itself out at Wilkesboro here. Plus, we set the AI pretty low for this track, so. But Dylan Poteet trying to close up now on Dunham. This is for the lead position here. No traffic ahead. Zach Winkle's about a straightaway behind. Is about a straightaway ahead of Trent Dunham. A little over a straightaway ahead, I should say. And we just got word for Cat Batson. There was a broken camshaft on the Texaco Haviland Ford that knocked Cat out of the race. So Keith Batson left to be the only banner in the battle for KAB Enterprises. Keith, right now, as we mentioned, runs in 15th position. He's having a decent day so far in that Texaco Haviland machine. And I said McIntyre was second place in that race at Darlington. My mistake. Keith Batson actually finished second at Darlington in that race here. McIntyre, I'm trying to think of one of the races he got close, actually, but still. Anyway, but so far 39 cars remain in this race here, and 38 of them on the lead lap. The only car not on the lead lap is Zachary Fitzwater, who's 2 laps down in 39th. There is Quentin Moore, car 55. He's running in 6th position right now. It doesn't seem no matter what car Quentin Moore is driving in this series, though. But he always seems to run here at He always seems to run well here at North Wilkesboro. I don't think has yet won on this track, though. But he has come close a couple of times. But he seems to be running top 5, top 10 almost every time we come here to this legendary short track. As you see, with Quentin now moves to the low side now. But right now has got quite a bit of cushion between he and Matt McIntyre right now in the 10 machine. Last lap by for Quentin, 114.755 miles per hour. Talk about lap speeds. Dylan Young has the fastest lap race so far at 116.291 miles an hour. So that's your fast lap race so far. Quentin Moore has the sixth fast lap race so far. His best lap of 116.075 miles per hour. So as we watch the view from the high above the spectator view here at North Wilkesboro Speedway of all the cars going by, there's Matt McIntyre in the 10, the 3 of Cole Beaver. There he is, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. He runs right now in 8th position right now in the Dale Earnhardt colors. Battle for 9th position now, basically between Seth Cole in the 5 and that silver number 40 of Phil Parker. This is the best Phil has run in quite a while this season so far. The man they call the Raging Cajun from the state of Louisiana. And problems for the leader, Trent Dunham! Trent Dunham, who is on the pole led every lap so far until now. Problems have set him for the number 26 Crown Royal Irwin Tools Ford. And that has given the lead to Jesse Turner in number 97. And the yellow flag is out for the first time here today at Wilkesboro as well, too. Oh, heartbreaker for the 26 of Trent Dunham. Had basically the car to beat all day long. And Dunham slowed up dramatically, and there you see he and Dylan Young got caught up behind him. That's why he lost a shot at taking the lead as well too, and that led Jesse Turner and Levi McIntyre both to say, sorry that you got held up there, but we're just going to zip on past you. And now we'll see what caused the yellow flag to fly here as we'll look at the pace car. And there's where the pace car came back onto the track here. Well, that was what caused the yellow flag to fly right there. I think the 26 car Trent Dunham stalled on the racetrack, so and they classified him as accident, but I think he's got. I think he had a mechanical problem, much about like what we saw earlier with Kat Batson, camshaft failure, was what her cause of the crash of being out of the race was. But that may be the same for Trent here. And if you don't know what a camshaft failure is, that is something internally wrong inside the engine. That's a device on the engine that measures your RPMs. And apparently something in the cam broke, and it's also where your rods and pistons are hooked onto as well too. So that's one of those that considers a serious engine rebuild. They'll probably load it up to the truck and take it back to the shop as they prepare for Martinsville, which is next on the tour. So that sudden turn of events is now giving Jesse Turner the lead now in car number 97. Zachary Fitzwater will move to the inside to start beside Turner. That could be bad. It could be Turner's best friend, or it could be Turner's Achilles heel. We'll see what happens here as the field comes off turn number 4. The restart will happen on lap number 40. Green flag flies back underway at North Wilkesboro. In the First Union 400, Levi McIntyre falls in behind Turner right now. And he'll push Turner up to the lead position right there. Well, but Fitzwater, he's close. And, McIntyre got moved to the high side on the 99 car. Here comes Dylan Young to the low side in car number 2. So Young moves to the inside of Turner's car here to come through turn number 2 now. Turner pulls back ahead, but Young keeps it down to the low side. He's going to take the lead momentarily, come out that 4th turn, though. He slips just a little bit, and Dylan Young's going to take the lead in turn number 1. So Dylan Young pulls ahead now. And now McIntyre in the inside of Turner for the second position now. So Jesse Turner, well, you can bet he didn't want to see that yellow flag to fly as he took the lead, though he was hoping the thing would go green the rest of the way. He had a pretty good lead, actually, after Dunham had problems with the car, though, but the lap car of Zachary Fitzwater kind of screwed Turner over a little bit, and now here comes John Andrews. He pulls back ahead of he pulls alongside now the two of Dylan Young. And here comes Turner down to the low side now. See what he does. Who he does this time by, and see if the lap car is going to give Dylan Young any problems or not. And it did. Fitzwater gave Turner a lot of crap, but now Turner gets picked on now by John Andrews. And here they come through turns number 3 and 4. And McIntyre, oh, that was close. Just about tapped the back bumper of that number 97 car, but these two keeps it going, and now here we come to the inside lane. McIntyre now pulls back ahead of Turner side by side this time for second place now. And Dylan Young, meantime, he's hearing the words he loves to hear from his spotter. You're out front and you're pulling away. Margin is now 98 hundredths of a second between the front two cars here. So the margin is this time by Turner on Dylan, and Dylan Poteet slaps the wall, come up down the front stretch. There you see a bit of a dent there on the 22 machine, and Cole Deaver, he went way down the inside of Phil Parker, and he takes position away from him. That will move Cole up to the 7th position now. Parker drops to 8th. Shelton is now 9th, and Seth Cole runs in 10th position. Up ahead of Deaver is Matt McIntyre in 6th. And now Seth Cole's going to try to move inside. Got moved up to the high side now by the 88 of Keith Batson, and move Keith up to the top 10 now in the Quality Care Ford. So the positions being exchanged in the late going of the races. You jump on board with Jessica Shelton in 9th position. Jess, as hard as it is to believe, though, Jess has not scored a top 10 since her win at the Daytona 500. She's been close to the top 10 a couple of times, but she's fallen back in the points a little bit there, and so she needs, and she usually runs well here at Wilkesboro as well too. So Jess looking to pick up maybe a spot or two more as the laps wind down. We're now down to 10 to go now. 50 laps in the books and 10 laps remain. There's Shelton of the Walt Tools Ford. Jesse Turner trying to close up on Dylan Young right now here. Turner's in 2nd place, so still not a bad day for the 97 team, but boy, Turner, as we mentioned, he did not want to see that yellow flag to fly because he was leading when all this happened. And then Zachary Fitzwater gave him a lot of trouble, and that's in turn lost the lead to Dylan Young. Levi McIntyre's 3rd, Quentin Morris 4th, and Daniel Bouchard runs in 5th position. Now Turner is closing up on Dylan Young, and Dylan gets moved to the high side. Here comes John Andrews to the low side. Andrews is trying to get back on the lead lap. Won't do him much good, though, now with 7 laps from the finish here. But here comes Turner to the low side of Young for the lead. Turner takes a look to the low side of Young's car. He moves low. Young just about a half a lane higher. Boy, Turner right on the back bumper. 14 hundredths of a second the margin that time by. Can the 97 do anything to the 2 car? We'll see what happens here. Turner again looks slow. Young about a half a lane higher. As they come out the 4th turn, and a yellow flag flies with 5 laps to go. And it's Paul Minnick in car number 48 that has trouble. It was he and Wes McCoy, and oh my God. Let's take a look again. Let's take a look at Wes McCoy. What happened to him? He was behind his brother Tito, and Minnick just turns McCoy up the track here. Oh my God, a wall ride and on the catch fencing goes to 41, and he is on his side, the driver's side though. Lucky for West, but car sits back on all four wheels, but the damage has been done to that 41 machine. I think some of the fans in turn one there got if the fans wanted to know what the undercarriage of a NASCAR car looked like, well, they just got a good look of it. And I say Wes McCoy's going to want to war with Paul Minnick in that one in the garage area over that one, because I mean I'm sure Wes was not the least bit pleased over that, and neither probably was Dylan Young, because he did not see that yellow flag to fly after that one. Unfortunately for both Minnick and not Minnick, but for Andrews and for Fitzwater, that did not put him back on the lead lap. Fitzwater did get one of his 2 laps back though, however, but with the caution flag now out, though, I don't know if we'll get this race restarted. And the answer is no, we will not get this race restarted. So, so caution flag is going to end the First Union 400 at North Wilkesboro Speedway, and say hello to your first repeat winner of the season, Dylan Young, in the number 2 Miller Lite Dodge. He won at Darlington this season, and now he takes home the win at North Wilkesboro. This is his first win. This will be his first win on this racetrack, barring any problems that could happen on the final lap. But we've seen it happen before, too, under caution in the series. There's the white flag waved. Jesse Turner, you got to feel for him. He had the lead, though, lost it on restart when a lap car held him up, and that was the break Dylan Young needed to win this race here. But still a solid day for Jesse Turner. He ends up finishing second. I'm sure that's going to be a harbinger of things to come, maybe, hopefully for him, as this season progresses on through. Levi McIntyre, another good run, finishing third. Fourth will go to Quentin Moore, and fifth will go to Daniel Bouchard. Cole Deaver, sixth. Matt McIntyre, a solid day for him. He finishes seventh. Eighth will go to Phil Parker. Ninth to Jessica Shelton. And Keith Batson rounds out the top 10. So there's the field off to number 4. Ford, there's the checker flag in hand, and Dylan Young wins the First Union 400 at North Wilkesboro Speedway. There's the checkered flag, and average speed of 93.041 miles per hour. As the field crosses the start-finish line here. Give you the rest of the finishing order for you here. Mike Becker finishes 11th position. 12th will go to Seth Cole. 13th to Dylan Poteet. 14th, Laura Chung. Kyle Matthews, 15th. Cement Oscon, 16th. 17th will go to Charles Samper. Joshua Osborne, 18th. Tito McCoy, 19th. And James Sykes will finish in 20th position. 21st to Clint Buchanan. 22nd, Alison Rain. 23rd, Ryan George. William Brock, 24th. Amanda Evans, 25th. Gabby Conklin, 26th. Then Ryan Brommer, James Henry, Zach Winkle, and Ryan Butcher to top 30. Nathan Orman, not the run he wanted here today, 31st. You can bet that team will be burning the midnight oil before they go to Martinsville. Christian Vargas, 32nd. Then Roberto Crown Jr., Alexander Rowe, Zachary Fitzwater, and John Andrews was the last of the finishers. The cars out of the race, Wes McCoy, Paul Minnick, Trent Dunham. You got to feel for him. He started pole in this race, led the opening half of the race, and then mechanical failure nailed him while leading the race. And that's so you can bet Trent's team will be anxious to find out what happened to that car. And Kat Batson, she had problems early in the race as well herself, and she will end up being the dead last finisher. So that will do it here today at North Wilkesboro Speedway. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, which is the main series on this channel. And of course, season 5 is underway this season. If you want in on future seasons here, get with Seth, and he will get you going. If you also be sure to check out other 2 NNSCRA series, including the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series from our race winner Dylan Young. His channel is X8675398858X. Subscribe to his channel for some cool stuff as well too. And also subscribe to Thrashman899 as the channel of our third place finisher Levi McIntyre. He's the guy who does the NNSCRA Marble Studios Cup Series, so be sure to check those 2 series out and give those 2 channels a subscribe. and as well as this channel, and of course also subscribe to this channel too for some cool stuff as well. So that will do it here today at North Wilkesboro. Congratulations once again to Dylan Young, the winner of the first Union 400, pronounced James Calls, the production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We will see you at Martinsville for the STP 500.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?